The National Security Advisor and Co-Chairman, Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, representatives of the various security agencies, other members of ICSES, National Commissioners INEC, the Secretary to the Commission, senior officials of the Commission, members of the INEC Press Corps, ladies and gentlemen. I warmly welcome you all to our third regular meeting for this year. You may recall that we also had cause to meet a couple of times in emergency and extraordinary sessions to review our preparations for the continuous voter registration as well as the Ekiti and Osun governorship elections. Happily, the two activities passed off peacefully. On behalf of ICSES and the Independent National Electoral Commission, I extend our profound appreciation to all the security agencies for the professional conduct of personnel before, during, and after the CVR, the continuous voter registration, and the governorship elections. There are important lessons from the Ekiti and Osun governorship elections that will help in our planning for the 2023 general election. Synergy among the security agencies facilitated the timely deployment of election materials, the coordinated escort of personnel to various locations before the elections, and the effective security at the polling units and the collation centers. As a result, polling units opened on time, collation of results started promptly, and declarations made in good time. Going forward, Nigerians expect an even better performance during the 2023 general election. Therefore, a lot of work lies ahead, but I am confident that we will do it effectively and professionally. One of the worrisome practices perpetrated during elections by desperate individuals is vote buying and selling at polling units on election day. This committee has severally discussed this matter. In our determination to curb the menace, the membership of ICSES was expanded to include the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, the ICPC, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC. The two agencies have been deploying their operatives during elections, and this effort is paying off. For instance, following arrests made during the recent Osun State governorship election held on 16 July this year, the EFCC made arrests and after investigation found evidence to charge the suspects to court in Oshogbo. We are right now working with the EFCC to ensure their prosecution. I wish to commend the EFCC for this initiative and assure them of our continued support at all times. Beyond vote buying, there must also be decisive action against negative mobilization, incitement, and violence during the electioneering campaign. It is exactly 1 month since the commencement of campaign by political parties on 28 September 2022. Yet, the incidence of physical attacks on supporters and destruction of campaign materials across the country is worrisome. At our consultative meeting 2 days ago, leaders of political parties in Nigeria also complained about the denial of access to public facilities and exorbitant charges in some states for the use of such facilities for the dissemination of their campaign materials, messages, and the conduct of rallies. These attacks and denials are a violation of the Electoral Act 2022 and ominous signs of what will follow as the campaigns enter critical stages. There may also be a prelude to violence on election day and beyond. We should tackle this smoke before it snowballs into a major inferno. The effective enforcement of our electoral laws is the best way to deal with the menace. We should work together to ensure the arrest and prosecution of violators of the provisions of especially sections 92 to 93 of the Electoral Act 2022. As the 2023 general election approaches, we will continue to appraise the security situation in the country and its possible impact on the conduct of elections. We are right now working to harmonize our election risk management and election violence mitigation and advocacy tools, EVMAT, for a more effective risk assessment and mitigation measures ahead of the general election. We will continue to share information with the security agencies and, most importantly, work together to ensure that elections hold peacefully nationwide as scheduled. Beyond the general election, the Commission has released the timetable and schedule of activities for the 3 off-cycle governorship elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states, holding on Saturday, 11th November 2023. The Electoral Act 2022 requires the Commission to publish the notice of election not later than 360 days before the date fixed for the elections. Beyond meeting the statutory requirements, this will give us ample time to prepare for the elections. Hard copies of the timetable are included in your folders for this meeting and also published on our website and social media platforms for public information. On the recently suspended continuous voter registration, a total of 12,298,944 Nigerians successfully completed the registration as new voters. After the cleaning up of the data using the automated biometric identification system, the ABIS, a total of 2,780,756, or 22.6% of the registrants were identified as ineligible and invalidated from our record. Consequently, the number of valid registrations post-ABIS is 9,518,188. This figure has been added to the existing register of 84,004,084 voters. The preliminary register, pending the statutory 2 weeks claims and objections by citizens, now stands at 93,522,272. Thereafter, the register will be finalized, that is after the claims and objections, and published as required by law. In your folders for this meeting, there are copies, the hard copies of the full details of the new voters, including detailed breakdown on state-by-state basis, as well as occupational distribution of the new voters, as well as age distribution and distribution by disability. You will all find the information in the package included in your folders. It is therefore clear to the Commission that as the general election approaches, there will be need for more frequent meetings of excess to review or respond to any situation that may arise. The invitations may come at short notice. Please note this reality and plan accordingly. Once again, I welcome you all to this meeting. I thank you and God bless.
On behalf of the National Security Advisor, who directs me to extend the goodwill of his message, and as the co-chairman of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, has asked me to indicate his profound gratitude for the immeasurable contributions toward ensuring credible elections in 2023 to come. He also commends the tireless effort of all security agencies in maintaining peace and order during the ongoing electioneering campaigns across the state. However, the NSA has observed the violent dimensions of electioneering campaigns, which characterizes attacks on campaign rallies, political campaign offices, as well as passing of uncomplimentary remarks and uncalled utterances among politicians, which recently witnessed in some states, signal potential threat to the smooth conduct of the forthcoming elections in February 2023. Accordingly, while security agencies strategize new measures to counter the rising wave of violence in the polity, the NSA hope that the second phase of the signing of peace accord by the National Peace Committee, scheduled for January 2023, will be fruitful in de-escalating the violent trend. The NSA commends the excess members for their immense contributions on the ongoing review of the Security Code of Conduct and Rules of Engagement to guide security operations in the upcoming election. The NLC also recommends massive sensitization campaign on the ongoing PBC distribution exercise by INEC. This is to encourage registered voters collect their voters' card on time to ensure smooth implementation of the 2023 election timeline. Lastly, the NSA appreciates INEC for steps taken to instill discipline among its staff who attempted to circumvent voters' registration process during the last voters' registration exercise. The decision by the Commission to sanction the defaulting staff will ensure discipline and professionalism and ultimately enhance the integrity of voters' register. Thank you very much.